wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken.
The tide has turned in Hollywood, and the buzz is nothing short of explosive. Jack Black allegedly mocking Rachel Zegler in the wake of her brand new Snow White adaptation, hitting an epic box office downfall while Minecraft powered by Jack's larger-than-life persona surges to unstoppable heights. These rumors swirl at breakneck speed, painting Rachel as the target of Jack's biting humor and harsh quips. Some see it as comedic justice.
I sat through the whole thing. This was really bad. It was extremely leftist on every political dimension: racial politics, sexual politics, class politics, regime politics. Its narrative was cowardly. It was just awful.
And you know the saying, go woke, get broke, and Disney's going to lose money on this movie. And I believe it only made less than $1 million.
They say all you have to do to make your wish come true is let it echo, 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 echo.
It's awful, generic. Never mind that the lyrics make no sense at all. All you have to do to make your dream come true is let it echo. Is it like on a metaphor?
Queen playing the evil queen. It was pretty amazing.
Others are stunned by the blatant trash talk. Yet the most jarring claim of all is that Rachel's Snow White is being ripped apart by fans who accuse her of ignoring everything that made the classic tale beloved. The meltdown is so fierce that Disney might be burying their heads in the sand, while Minecraft parades around with an almighty grin. If that weren't enough,
last week was a very big week, objectively a huge week. We had quite a few announcements. As first live action film, which is Snow White and the Evil Queen. And that's me, I'm Snow White, which is so fun.
Lines that they say, like magic mirror on the wall. It was a lot of fun.
She came out and she said, I apologize. Like I went too far, but it wasn't.
Into this, the first villain Disney ever had. It's really getting myself into this big crown.
Pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
People are calling out Rachel's attitude toward the original material and pointing to her as the reason behind this humiliating public fiasco. It's a Hollywood battlefield with no truce in sight. Keep reading because the next bombshell is even louder than the first. Snow White was supposed to be Disney's next unstoppable train. Big budgets, huge marketing blitz, and an actress many saw as a fresh new face to breathe life into an age-old fairy tale.
Part of the first, fairy tale ever told.
I wanted my money back. It was very disappointing. This is just so typical of the left. The progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
But word on the street now is brutal. The box office returns are laughably low, and insiders claim it's one of Disney's biggest humiliations in years. Some people say it's the public's revenge for the modernized, supposedly disrespectful approach to the original. Others blame star power that never manifested. But here's what's rocking the boat the hardest. Rachel Zegler's alleged remarks that the original Snow White story felt outdated apparently turned off die-hard fans from day one.
Remaking the movie, they just got rid of the dwarfs. But they have one token dwarf amongst these magical creatures. You actually just went backwards. You actually just erased the dwarfism side of it, the disability, like we're a disability group, you just erase that whole.
Have they ever thought about maybe like a little bit of vulnerability study, opposition research, that sort of thing before you go and hire some Zoomer who's a lunatic?
Doing catastrophically. They spent $300 million and it currently has a 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
The movie has a major identity crisis.
This meltdown didn't just slowly creep up, it struck like lightning. Early reviews hammered the film, social media exploded with critiques, and what started as a mild concern for the studio quickly turned into a nightmare that has spurred talk of canceled promotional events and hush-hush crisis meetings. Disney loyalists who once cheered for every remake are downright offended.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie. Oh my God.
Nobody
Who wants a movie about true love? What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It's the outrage.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
So she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
They're calling Rachel a symbol of the disrespectful changes. Critics keep piling on, asking if the House of Mouse has lost touch with real audience desires. But that's only half the drama, because overshadowing all this is a phenomenon that no one apparently factored in during the planning. It's a phenomenon with a bright, beaming grin and comedic gold. Jack Black. Before you think that's all, brace yourself.
Disney deleted Someday My Prince Will Come and made a modernized feminist alternative.
Controversy in Snow White. The dwarves have been eliminated in the live action.
Yeah.
Now it's Snow White and the 7 magical beings.
Wait, it's 7 and the magical beings?
Yeah,
They won't even
7
say
magical
and the 7
beings.
dwarves?
No, because they're not dwarves. For right now, that's the only jobs that are there.
Broke out with this news, and I'm very, very, very excited and looking forward.
Hardcore. They're petrified of some kind of backlash.
The real sting lies in the way he's rumored to be pouring salt in the wound. In a stunning twist, the rumored new Minecraft film, tied to Jack Black's iconic comedic skill, has apparently steamrolled opening weekend records, leaving Snow White in the dust. The film, based on the global gaming phenomenon, had many fans expecting a moderate success. Sure, Minecraft is popular, but a big screen adaptation? People were skeptical at first, but the rumor says the box office tallies are monstrous and the hype unstoppable. Critics who panned Snow White are praising Minecraft for its energetic storyline, comedic brilliance, and a cast that actually understands the fans' expectations. Leading the charge in this comedic rampage is none other than Jack Black, known for larger-than-life performances and near-legendary comedic timing. He's rumored to be soaking in every bit of success, brandishing the massive box office numbers as a testament to his star power. And that's where our story gets particularly juicy, because if the hype is correct, Jack didn't just relish his victory, he's using it to tear into Rachel Zegler's recent humiliation. Word is traveling fast that he's had no problem mocking Snow White, mocking Rachel's involvement, and mocking the entire fiasco of this high-profile remake. All eyes turn to Rachel, who might be feeling the pressure of not just a box office flop, but a comedic giant allegedly celebrating her downfall. The intensity is building. Observers say the comedic jabs are so sharp that they border on savage. But ironically, it's fueling the Minecraft fire, giving it that rebellious spark that kids, families, and adult fans can't get enough of. Could the success of a blocky, pixelated gaming movie overshadow a classic Disney princess? According to the rumor mill, the answer is an emphatic yes. But if you think that's harsh, wait until you hear the rumored remarks that made fans gasp for air. Fresh off the spectacular box office triumph, rumors insist Jack Black hasn't wasted a moment firing shots at Rachel Zegler. Onlookers claim that in private gatherings and backstage interviews, he's been throwing out mocking one-liners about her portrayal of Snow White, with lines hinting that her approach sapped the magic out of Disney's beloved story. There's even hush-hush talk that he's pointing out how Minecraft, a game once criticized for lacking storyline depth, somehow mustered more emotional connection than the entire Snow White adaptation. Fans who admire Jack's humor are cheering him on, describing these jabs as comedic reality checks. Others say it's crossing the line, especially when Rachel is already taking hits left and right from fans disappointed in her Snow White commentary. Yet the momentum of Minecraft hype is unstoppable, and with each success milestone the film allegedly attains, onlookers expect Jack's barbs to intensify. If the rumor stands, he's not about to go gently anytime soon. According to whispers online, there might have been an offhand comment comparing Snow White's dwarfs to Minecraft's funnier side characters. Another claim says he directly teased that if Rachel had mined for better lines, maybe the outcome would have been different. People are passing these anecdotes around like hot gossip, fueling a narrative where Jack Black's comedic aggression is overshadowing any pity for the battered Disney film. But that's not the entire story, because the real fuel to this fire might be Rachel Zegler's own past statements. From the moment Disney announced Rachel Zegler as the new Snow White, everything seemed golden. She had critical acclaim from West Side Story, a fresh face for an iconic role. What could go wrong? Then trouble began. Rachel gave interviews, expressing how the old fairy tale was outdated and that her version would be more modern and independent. Traditional fans erupted, feeling the classic was being dismissed. Over time, these tensions intensified, as some accused her of ridiculing the original story rather than honoring it. The meltdown escalated once previews surfaced, painting a drastically reimagined Snow White. Online speculation grew. Why is Rachel so dismissive of the original storyline? Many Disney enthusiasts felt betrayed, blasting her for ignoring the timeless charm. The rumor now is that this disregard directly contributed to the film's unraveling. Viewers who wanted a faithful adaptation turned away, and new audiences didn't latch on. Now, tie that to Jack Black's alleged potshots, and it's not looking good for Rachel. People are calling it karma for messing with a beloved story. Others say the actress is just stuck in a crossfire of modernization versus nostalgia, a thankless battle no one can win easily. But according to the rumor, Jack Black is capitalizing on these sentiments, apparently mocking both her and the entire creative team for failing to gauge what fans actually crave. But the outrage bubbling up online has a life of its own, and it's about to blow the lid off this fiasco even more. With these allegations swirling, fans and critics have taken to social platforms in a massive, fiery debate. Some are praising Jack Black as the comedic crusader exposing Rachel's arrogance, while others are outraged at his insensitivity. Hashtags referencing Snow White's flop have trended alongside hashtags celebrating Minecraft's so-called unstoppable box office blitz. You've got memes flying all over, pictures of Jack Black waving a pickaxe with phrases like mining Rachel's reputation, set against images of a weeping Snow White. It's savage. Clips from talk shows, rumored quotes from insider sources, and even comedic skits referencing the fiasco are flooding comment sections. Everyone has a theory. Did Rachel's prior statement sabotage the film? Did Disney underestimate the passion of longtime fans? Did Minecraft simply tap into the new generation's pop culture mania more effectively? In the meantime, the alleged remarks from Jack continue to swirl, fueling the chaos. People love a good comedic roast, and apparently, Rachel is the prime target. What's more, the divide among fans is enormous. Some are still loyal to Rachel, seeing her as a modern-day princess who dared to challenge outdated storytelling. Others can't stand what they interpret as disrespect for Walt Disney's original vision. Regardless of which side folks stand on, the online battleground is set, and the conversation has grown so large that mainstream media outlets are running stories about this tension. Next, we look at how Rachel herself is responding. Or maybe not responding at all. Despite the swirling mayhem, Rachel Zegler has remained conspicuously silent, if the rumors are to be believed. She's nowhere to be found on social media, apparently ignoring calls for a statement. Some interpret this as a wise move, avoiding any fuel that could intensify the fire. Others call it a cowardly retreat, especially after so many public remarks prior to the film's release. A whispered claim in some circles is that Disney advised her to steer clear of fueling the controversy, maybe to salvage whatever's left of the film's run. But the hush is deafening. Fans, supporters, and critics want an explanation for the massive discrepancy between the hype and the reality. They want to hear her perspective on the rumored shots Jack Black is firing. They want to know if she regrets the earlier comments about the old fairy tale. Instead, all they're getting is an echo chamber of speculation, frustration, and comedic potshots from the other side. Still, no one knows for sure if she's planning a big comeback interview or a heartfelt apology tour. Some guess she might own up to underestimating how attached people are to the classic Snow White. Others guess she'll double down on her modern approach. Meanwhile, Jack Black, by rumor, is quietly relishing every moment, continuing his comedic victory dance with Minecraft, overshadowing any redemption arc Disney tries to conjure up. Yet, the chatter doesn't end here. There's a bigger question about how these comedic jabs and social media blasts are shaping future Hollywood decisions. This fiasco is more than a gossipy sideshow. It's a sign of how quickly modern audiences respond to perceived disrespect of classic stories. If the rumor stands that Snow White flopped due to Rachel's dismissive remarks, it's a wake-up call for every studio wanting to remake a beloved piece of film history. But that's not all. People are speculating about Hollywood's potential shift in attitude. Will they avoid polarizing adaptations in the future? Or is this meltdown just a temporary headline that studios will forget as soon as the next big thing arrives? Jack Black's comedic victory, if you believe the rumors, sends another message. Don't underestimate the power of a well-loved brand combined with comedic star wattage. If Minecraft soared so high because of fan loyalty and a fun storyline, maybe that's the new formula. A massive fan base. An actor who's not afraid to be brash, a creative team that respects the source material. Meanwhile, the so-called Snow White faceplant warns that the public can be brutal if they feel a classic is being trashed or twisted. Online conspiracy theories are running rampant. Some say Disney might curb future live-action remakes. Others claim the studio will double down on them but be more careful with star interviews. There's also talk that Rachel's career might take a hit, though many find that overly dramatic. The actress still has talent after all. This might just be a speed bump. But in the short term, it appears that the big winner, ironically, is Jack Black, grabbing the spotlight for a supposed comedic takedown that fans are calling legendary. Before we bring this roller coaster to its conclusion, let's expose the final layer to this entire fiasco. As if all this wasn't dramatic enough, rumor has it that behind closed doors, Disney executives are furious. Unnamed insiders claim the top brass never expected Rachel's remarks to cause such a stir or for a gaming adaptation to trample all over a cherished Disney brand. Meanwhile, Jack Black's alleged wisecracks have turned the meltdown into an even more humiliating public spectacle. There's also gossip that certain high-profile producers want to come out swinging to defend Rachel, but the damage might be too severe. The marketing push for Snow White apparently got cut short. Some planned promotions got canceled. People in the industry say it's a desperate attempt to salvage any remaining dignity. Meanwhile, Minecraft is rumored to be expanding. It's released to more global markets faster, capitalizing on the hype. They want to strike while the iron's hot. What we see here, if these allegations hold, is a complete reversal of fortune. The film that was supposed to bring Rachel Zegler to unstoppable superstardom has become a cautionary tale. The underdog Minecraft, led by comedic icon Jack Black, is the unstoppable juggernaut. And the rumored mocking from Jack, that's just the exclamation point at the end of one of Hollywood's most unexpected showdowns. But as we wrap this up, there's still one last crucial takeaway lingering in the air. So here we are, a legendary Disney tale turned modern remake that was supposed to wow the world, only to crash spectacularly in the eyes of many. Rachel Zegler, once hailed as the next big thing, now caught in a swirl of blame and rumored scorn. Jack Black, the comedic force behind a blockbuster many never saw coming, seizing the moment to dunk on the beloved Princess remake. The online battleground is ablaze with fans picking sides, analyzing every rumor, and waiting to see if Rachel will ever fire back or quietly exit the stage. In the end, the biggest shock might be how swiftly a dream project can unravel when the audience feels disrespected, and how a goofy, blocky gaming world can triumph when it embraces the essence of its source material. Whether you view Jack Black's alleged mockery as justified or heartless, one thing is clear: this fiasco has put every studio on red alert. Mess with beloved stories at your own risk, especially if you aren't prepared to face a comedic legend who's ready to celebrate your downfall on the biggest stage imaginable. But is this disaster truly a sign that Hollywood will rethink its approach, or will the machine roll on with the next big adaptation, ignoring the cautionary tales of this year? For those who rode this roller coaster, the lessons are as stark as they are dramatic, and it leaves us all wondering who might be the next star at the center of a cinematic meltdown. That's the final word. For now.